So again, all the four codes, they define the term wages, and these are all the sections on the respective codes which deal with the definition. Again, as we all know already, the definition is common across all the four codes. So it is the definition for the term wage. It is going to be common for all the four codes, maybe the 29 existing legislations. So what exactly is the definition? So let me try to, maybe the idea again is to decode or decrypt or analyze or of the wages, so that we can have maybe a wage structure in our respective companies, so that there shouldn't be any problem with respect to compliance, at least from a labor domain perspective. So again, wages means all remuneration, whether by way of salaries, allowances, or otherwise, expressed in terms of money or capable of being so expressed, which would, if the terms of employment, whether again express or implied, were fulfilled, be payable to a person employed in respect of his employment or of work done in such employment. That is how it goes. I think these opening words, it looks that they have borrowed these words from the existing definition for the term under the Payment of Wages Act, right? So normally allowances would not be treated as part of wages, right? We all know that. Again, specifically if you take, for example, PF, I think it defines the term basic wages, but for the contribution purposes, it is basic wages, DA, and the retaining allowance. That is how it is. Other allowance normally it gets excluded, but now interestingly, the concept is slightly changing. So it is not just the salary. The wage includes salary, allowances, or otherwise. So by any other name you call, or by any other means you make that payment. But if these payments are made, if the obligation to the employer arises based on the terms of contract of employment, right? It could be, the payment could be by way of salary, payment could be by way of allowances, or otherwise. It could be anything. Now, all those would be considered as wages. So all remuneration, whatever is mentioned, the obligation arising out of the contract of employment, whether it is paid as a salary, as an allowance, or otherwise, this would be treated as wages, right? So there are a lot of key terms here. Wages is one key term, remuneration is another key term, salary is another key term, allowance is a key term, right? And maybe when it comes to the question of terms of employment, terms and conditions of employment, it could be whether it could be express or implied. It need not necessarily get reduced in writing, right? Even it could be an implied terms of conditions of service that could also be effectively applied. That is also possible. So let us understand basically here, for all purposes, right? Be it minimum wages or payment of wages or payment of bonus or the equal remuneration, or maybe the other three codes, right? Other than the code on wages, this definition is going to be the same. So it is not just going to stop with salary. It will be salary, allowance, or otherwise. But the base is whatever is mentioned in the appointment order, that is the contract of employment. That would be the base, right? That is how it is. And you can also interestingly infer, since they have said salaries, allowances, or otherwise, somehow salary and allowance, it is indirectly, it is differentiated again, right? So there is a difference between salary and allowance, but both could be part of wages. It is possible. That is how it needs to be interpreted. Let us see how it works out. And it specifically includes, yes, this is the substantive part, and this specifically includes basic, DNS allowance and retaining allowance, right? But the inclusion part, it is not, the list is not exhaustive. They have just, by way of illustration, just for an example, they have given these components: basic pay, DNS allowance, and retain allowance. So this is not an exhaustive list of components which are to be treated as wages. It is not the exhaustive list. It is only an illustrative list. So what is exhaustive? Whatever is mentioned in the appointment order, contract of employment, that would be treated as wages, right? But that specifically includes basic, DNS allowance, and retaining allowance. So this is the inclusion part. But let us understand that the inclusion part is not the exhaustive one, but this is an illustrative one. Then let us see how it continues.